What if one of the last old-school luxury sports sedans is quietly disappearing? In today's world of hybrids, turbos, and overcomplicated tech, the Lexus IS 350 stands out for doing things differently. It keeps a naturally aspirated V6, proven reliability, and a driving feel that most new cars have already abandoned. After spending a full week behind the wheel of the updated 2026 model, here's what truly makes it special, and where it's starting to fall behind newer rivals. If you're thinking about buying a luxury sedan that could last for years without headaches, this is something you need to see before making that decision. Number 6. Updates. This current generation of the IS has been around longer than most people realize. It originally launched back in 2014. Since then, it's gone through two major refreshes, first in 2017 and again in 2021. Now, for 2026, Lexus is giving it another significant update, marking the third evolution of this same platform. So, what's actually new? On the outside, the IS gets a redesigned front and rear, giving it a sharper, more modern look while still keeping that familiar aggressive stance. But the bigger changes happen inside. The interior has been more heavily revised, with improved materials, updated tech, and a layout that feels more in line with newer luxury competitors. Another big shift is the simplified lineup. Lexus has trimmed things down, and now the IS is offered exclusively as the IS 350. That means one engine, one clear focus, and thankfully, it's the right one. Coming up next, engine and performance. Why this V6 still matters. This streamlined approach makes the buying decision easier, but it also raises a bigger question. Is sticking with this formula still enough in 2026? Number 5. Engine under the hood. The IS 350 sticks with something you almost never see anymore. A naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 known as the 2GR-FKS. This is a long-proven engine Lexus has refined over the years, and it's paired with a traditional automatic transmission setup. If you go all-wheel drive, you get a 6-speed automatic, while rear-wheel drive models, available in some markets, come with a quicker 8-speed. On paper, 311 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque sound solid. But because there's no turbo, you won't get that instant low-end surge you might expect from newer engines. Instead, the power builds more smoothly, and that's actually part of the appeal. Coming up next, driving feel, old school versus modern turbo. This V6 delivers a level of refinement that turbocharged 4 cylinders struggle to match. It's smoother, more consistent, and sounds far better when you push it hard. It may not dominate the class in raw numbers, but the driving experience feels more natural and engaging. And above everything else, this setup is known for one key advantage: long-term reliability. In a segment filled with complex turbo systems, that alone makes a strong case. Number 4. Reliability. Here's where the IS 350 really separates itself. This V6 keeps things simple in a way most modern engines don't. There are no turbochargers, no start-stop system, and no cylinder deactivation. Instead, it uses both direct and port fuel injection, which helps prevent the carbon buildup issues you often see in newer engines. The transmission follows the same philosophy. It's a traditional automatic, either a 6-speed or 8-speed depending on the setup, without the added complexity of dual clutch systems or CVTs. That means fewer long-term headaches and a more predictable ownership experience. Another key factor is how long this drivetrain has been in use. Lexus hasn't rushed to reinvent it, they've refined it. This approach aligns with their Kaizen philosophy, continuous incremental improvement rather than risky overhauls. The result is a platform that's been tested, improved, and proven over time. Add in the fact that the IS is built in Japan, and you get exceptional attention to detail and build quality. Altogether, this is the kind of luxury car engineered to go the distance, potentially hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal issues, which is becoming increasingly rare in this segment. Number 3. Driving experience beyond reliability. The IS 350 still delivers where it really counts, the way it drives. This is a true sports sedan at its core, built with a rear-wheel drive bias that gives it excellent balance and confident handling through corners. Step up to higher trims and you unlock even more capability. Features like adaptive variable suspension and a limited-slip rear differential help sharpen the car's responses, especially when you start pushing it. The result is a chassis that feels controlled, predictable, and genuinely fun to drive. Coming up next, interior comfort. Luxury side of the eyes. What really stands out is how well it blends two personalities. On one hand, it's agile and engaging when you want it to be. On the other, it remains smooth and composed for everyday driving. The suspension does a great job soaking up bumps, while the cabin stays quiet and refined. So, while the IS350 can handle spirited driving with ease, it never forgets its role as a luxury sedan. It's just as comfortable cruising through daily traffic as it is carving through a back road. Number 2. Interior step inside. And this is where the IS350 really reinforces its luxury credentials. Lexus has always been strong in this area, and for 2026, the updates bring the cabin much closer to modern expectations, without losing what made it great in the first place. You now get a fully digital driver display that's clean, customizable, and easy to read. Alongside it is a larger infotainment screen with a simple, responsive interface, plus standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Coming up next, tech versus tradition, best of both worlds. But what really sets this interior apart is what Lexus didn't remove. You still have physical buttons for climate control, seat functions, and drive modes, along with a proper gear selector. In a time where most cars are going fully touch-based, this makes daily use far more intuitive. There are also thoughtful upgrades, like a properly integrated wireless charging pad, something the previous model lacked. And then there's the quality. Soft touch materials, precise fit and finish, and a focus on matte surfaces instead of fingerprint-heavy gloss. The seats are another highlight. Supportive, comfortable, and finished in durable upholstery that looks and feels premium. It's a cabin that blends modern tech with classic usability, and that balance is getting harder to find. Number 1. Pricing and verdict. That brings us to pricing, and this is where the IS350 makes a strong case for itself. For 2026, it starts at around $47,000 and goes up to about $53,000 in the US. In Canada, you're looking at roughly $59,000 to $69,000, depending on the trim and options. Positioned in this range, it goes head-to-head with rivals like the BMW 330i, Audi A4, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, and Genesis G70. But here's the difference. The IS isn't trying to win on flashy tech or outright performance numbers. It wins on something that matters long-term. When you factor in build quality, proven reliability, and lower ownership costs, the IS350 starts to look like the smarter investment. It's also known for holding its value better over time, which adds even more appeal. Yes, it may feel old school compared to newer competitors, but that's exactly the point. It's old school in the right ways. Simple, refined, and built to last. Despite a few shortcomings, the IS350 stands out as a rare kind of luxury car in today's market, one that prioritizes longevity and driving feel over trends. And for many buyers, that makes it not just a good choice, but one of the best in its class.